Hey everyone, it's Rochelle. Welcome to Embers of Growth, Holistic Health and Transformation. So, today I wanted to talk to everyone about the energetics behind our food and how we can get more out of what we're doing in our diet and exercise and just our overall health. So, one of the really key topics that I really like to delve really deeply into is the energetics behind our food. And there's so much that doesn't get spoken about our food and how we source our food, where it comes from, and just like the kind of energy that we receive our food in as well. So, I've already written a blog post on this, but I really just wanted to get on here for those that relate more so to spoken word and like video and things like that. So, there is so much that doesn't get spoken about when it comes to food. It's not just what we choose to consume, but how it's grown, where it's grown, and with how our food is prepared. So the intentions, the energy, and the nature of its preparation is simply the expression of whoever is that is cooking, creating, or making our food. So is your food sourced from a place that grows their food with love and nourishing, soul-enriching soil, water, and reverence? Is the person preparing your food, whether that be you or someone else, in a compassionate and positive mood and transmuting positive emotions and intentions into your food? So energy is transferred within our food. So we are essentially consuming that food. So what are the intentions and what is the energy that you want to receive within your food when you're consuming it? And so the energy that goes into our food is the energy that comes out of our food and essentially either drains or nourishes us. So therefore, we're digesting those emotions, we're digesting the environment, we're digesting how it's prepared, the intentions and energy of the people that have prepared it, where the foods come from and the soil that it's grown in, whether it's organic or whether it's not organic, so the type of pesticides and things that are on our food as well. So energy is transferred within our food, and so what goes into our food essentially comes out of our food and into our body, into our being. So therefore, when we digest this in our physical body, because of this, because of the brain and the second brain being our stomach, it affects our mental and emotional health too. Are you still following? So when we eat out, we aren't just consuming the food and the nutritional content, but the whole environment. So we're consuming the music, the sounds, the smell, the energetic vibes of those around us, and the energetic vibes of the cooks and the chefs that day. Are they in a cranky mood, or are they in like a really harmonious and wholesome mood? So some things that I tend to do when sampling an environment, because that's one of my key things in human design, is to sample environments and to really understand the energy and the frequency of the environment and how that makes me feel. But also, what does the food feel like? Am I tuning into, does this food feel nourishing? Does it feel like I'm going to receive a sense of love or compassion or passion through the food that's being cooked? So is it love and passion and nourishment you are receiving, or is it anxiety, stress, and distasteful emotions? So there is a responsibility for the person obviously consuming the food to be responsible for their, emotional state and their emotional way of being and everything like that. But sometimes the way in which we consume our food from others can sometimes be we're almost taking that into our body and into our being. And so we have to be really mindful of, okay, cool, how is this going to be consumed and how is this going to be digested within my entire being? Not just my stomach, but my emotional body, my mental body, my physical body, and my spiritual body. So a lot of this contributes to the consumption of food, and I love eating meals prepared with and consumed with loved ones. So I did a ceremony a few years ago, and it was such a great experience. And on top of that, the person that was preparing the food just had this passion for cooking and experiencing and really wanting to show up and express through their food just the love and the passion and the yeah, just like everything through the food. And you could really tell when you consumed that food the passion that that person had behind providing that nourishment to other people. And it really does make a difference. So the vibrational energy and intention you hold in reverence to your food is so incredibly important. And I have also learned some ways in which that if a food is of less quality, how to actually provide an energy, kind of like an energy intention, and like transferring and transmuting the frequency of the food to a more loving vibration if you were to get, say, something from a busy kitchen, or like eating out in a busy environment that may have some slightly stressful or tension in the environment. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's so much more to consuming food and to our digestion and to everything like that. So the food and emotions that we are digesting from our food when we first consume it is essentially affecting our vibrational frequency. So it's really important to really tune in and understand how to have a better relationship with your food, and also a relationship with your ability to know what feels true and correct for your body. So I will talk more on here, on other recordings, about so many other different topics that I can go into in regards to food and nutrition and just the energetics and spiritual aspects of things. But this is just like a really key thing to get people really thinking about, okay, what is it that you're consuming and how are you consuming it? And most people do not think about food as in we're consuming every element of the environment as well as the food that we're consuming and the emotional states of the people preparing the food. So it's really important to be mindful and intentional when you are preparing, serving, sourcing, growing. Like all of that is what we're consuming and what we're digesting and what is nourishing or making us feel like dissonant in ourselves. So, I think that there's certain people that are a little bit more sensitive and they tune in quite quickly to these sort of things. But then those that are new to this are like, whoa, what the hell? This is like a totally wild and new topic. It's like, I'm not the sort of person that's going to bring you something like that's usual, that's already been put out there. Like, I know what I'm talking about in the sense that I've not only discovered these things, but I've also applied them and observed them through myself and other people. So if this resonated for you, or you would like to know more, like jump on and just like follow my page and follow my videos. And I feel like it's important, if you feel like you need help or support in health and nutrition, or whether it's like getting some health goals, or you want a reading or something, like I'm really passionate about intertwining the energetics of things and nutrition together, and just really finding new and inspiring ways to approach life in a way that actually works. And I'm not here just fluffing things. I know what I'm talking about, and it's taken me a long time to, speak on these things and actually get it out. Like, my favorite thing is not the camera. So, I don't mind one-on-one Zoom sessions and things like that, but, putting myself out there like this is, a totally new thing. But I'm doing it because this information is so important and it's incredibly life-changing, and I feel that more and more people need to be exposed to different and intuitive and more wholesome and nourishing ways of approaching life and food and nutrition. And sorry, I didn't mean to get serious on you, but like, I'm really passionate about this, and I feel that the more that people can look at things from a different perspective, it can get really important on how to approach life and how to approach nutrition in a completely left field way. And if you want to work with me and you really want to delve into these aspects, like I go really deep, I'm here to support you and I'm here to help you. So I offer intuitive readings and also transformational coaching. I call it health coaching, or it's basically overall coaching. So it's every area of your life, and I take a holistic approach because that's how I love to work with people. It's never just one thing, and everything ties into each other. So, all right. So thank you so much for coming. Like and subscribe, and invest in some coaching. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.